Eliana Herbst.
And today I would like to talk about James Madison and his contribution to the Constitution. America wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for James Madison. Today we will talk about who he was, what he did, and why it matters. But first, I would like to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Okay, now let's talk about James Madison. Did you notice anything missing from the pledge? Did you notice that more than half of it was gone? That's probably how it would be without James Madison. First, let's talk about who he was. James Madison was born in Virginia, and he was the oldest out of his 9 brothers and sisters. He was homeschooled and loved learning about politics. James Madison was very intelligent and well prepared for what he was about to do. Soon, he would become the father of the Constitution because of how he arranged the meetings and his impact on the convention. He would also become the 4th president of the United States of America. Second, let's talk about what he did. At age 25, James Madison was elected to help write Virginia's Constitution in 1776. There, he met Thomas Jefferson, who taught him a lot about politics. At age 30, he was elected as a Virginian delegate to go to the Continental Congress in Philadelphia. He and Alexander Hamilton did not like the Articles of Confederation because they were bringing down the country. He wanted the states to be more united and to have equal power. So they asked Congress to meet to make a new form of government. The Constitutional Convention started in May 1787. And even though James Madison could not speak that well, he was one of the people that spoke the most at the convention. James Madison was the one who wrote the Virginia Plan, which ran against the New Jersey Plan. The Virginia Plan argued for a strong central government with 3 branches of government: the executive, legislative, and judicial branches of government. It also argued that the president should be elected separately from Congress through ballots. The New Jersey Plan argued for state rights. Finally, James Madison's Virginia Plan won over the New Jersey Plan, and the Constitution was signed on September 17, 1787. The first to sign it was George Washington, and a lot of James Madison's Virginia Plan was used to write the Constitution. But some state delegates did not like the Constitution. They thought it was unfair. They hated it. It reminded them of how England ruled. So James Madison put together 19 amendments. Only 10 were accepted, but today they are called the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights helps Americans keep their freedoms and protects them from the government. Without the Bill of Rights, the Constitution would never have been accepted. Last, let's talk about why it matters. America might not be united because the Articles of Confederation were bringing down the country. It was dividing the states, not uniting them. But when the Bill of Rights came and James Madison, they were reunited. We might not have the individual freedoms and rights that we have today, like the freedom of religion, speech, assembly, and the press, the right to keep and bear arms, and the guarantee of fairness and justice in trials. Those are just a few of the Bill of Rights that James Madison put together. Conclusion. Today we discussed who James Madison was, what he did, and why it matters. Now, because of James Madison, we can say this: I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. America wouldn't be what it is if it had not been for James Madison. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." God will use people like you to accomplish his purpose. Thank you for listening.